I find it occupies a lot of my day and I've got other things to do. But you have some awesome classes. I got to get caught up.
That's true.
Hello.
Hi, Vic Veronica.
Hi.
That's true, Chris. Have you been on my Arctic adventure?
Yes, I did. Did you come last week to my trip on the American Queen Steamboat?
Ooh, that I would like to go to.
Hey, next time on my travel class, Friday at 1:00, we're doing Switzerland.
Oh, I'll have to look. Hopefully, of course, I do teach a lot. I'll have to see.
But you could get in there and get the recording for your leisure.
That's true. I have been watching them on the on Facebook or the TV thing.
Oh, yeah, YouTube. I was going to go on YouTube and see if I was on there.
Oh, I've never looked there.
Oh, yeah. They're recorded all day long. Or they say live.
Wow.
All over the place.
That's funny.
Google Earth to implement my presentation. I couldn't. I did the one class with you and it didn't help. So here I am again.
Oh, okay. Get a little refresher.
Right.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, Chris has traveled like everywhere. And she does a social hour on travel. Has anyone been to it yet? Yeah. Yeah, she's a traveler. She'll take you all over the place.
Oh, the Arctic. We went to Alaska once. So I says, let's fly to Kotzebue because it was above the Arctic Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Since we'll never go above the Arctic Circle again. So we did a trip with that. The tour company said it was filled. We arrived in Kotzebue and we had the grandson of the gentleman who's on the Alaskan Airlines tail giving us a tour of 2. It was all filled.
Wow.
So we did get to the Arctic Circle again. So whatever.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
All right. Thank you, Harry. And Joe, I'll make you co-host. All right, everyone. Well, welcome today on this Saturday morning. Going to do a little virtual traveling around here today. We're going to learn more about Google Earth and Google Maps. It's kind of interesting. It's hard to tell what's going on. I think at some point, Google's going to combine the two. That's what it seems like to me, because they've been adding some 3D features into Google Maps. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So we'll be probably bouncing back and forth between the two of them. All right. So again, today's class is about virtual travel with Google Earth and Google Maps. My name is Donna. I'm your guide today. I was in the IT industry for over 30 years. I enjoy helping people get over their fears of technology. And today, this session is being recorded. If you wish to get a copy of the recording, you can do so by emailing help@getsetup.io. And we are not paid to promote Google Earth or Google Maps or anything like this. This is strictly for fun and entertainment and to learn more about these two programs. So we're going to show you how to search for locations in Google Earth, how you can use Street View to walk down actual streets anywhere in the world. Google has driven their cars down a lot of places on this planet. So you can definitely, any metropolitan city all over the world, you could go and just explore. And then also how to just visit famous locations from all over the world. All right. Now, has anyone ever looked on the maps virtually anywhere in the world before? Yeah.
I did.
I see Jay.
Anywhere.
You couldn't get anywhere. How about you, Jan? What have you done? I saw you shake your head.
I've done the United States, but I tried the Upper Peninsula for my sister-in-law, and there are many places in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan that does not have it, to my dismay.
Oh.
But I love it.
Yeah. If you're in real rural areas, they might not have, mapped it out. I'm kind of surprised, though, Upper Michigan doesn't, because, boy, places in like the Dempster Road in Northwest Territory of Canada, they've mapped it. So, it's kind of surprising that in Michigan they haven't.
They have, but they haven't done some of the back roads. And of course, she lives on a dirt road.
Oh,
And they don't want to go down there, I guess.
Yeah, those kind of roads, they may not think it's, maybe not enough people are traveling down them or whatever. All right, so let's take a look at, when you first open up Google Earth, you're going to see this. It looks like the Earth, just like the Earth. And when we're looking at we're going to start on the left side of the screen just to give you an idea of what the buttons do on the left side here. These are going to be, there's a few different things you can do over here. On the first button on the top here, this is the menu. You can bring out the menu. Or if you can look at the menu through the icons. The difference here with having the menu is you have settings. You can set some settings in Google Earth if you want to. Probably the biggest setting that you might want to set is your fly animation speed. If you're going to be flying around, how fast or how slow you want to go. That's one that you're probably going to look at. And also using the zoom buttons on your, I use them on my keyboard, and I'll explain those as I go to do that. Is there a question?
Yeah, Donna, is this Google Pro? Is this Google Earth?
This is just the one on the web, but there is a desktop version you can download, yes.
Yeah, because that's what I was using, so I'll have to see. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to see how this matches.
Yeah, they gave it to me. I didn't ask.
And then the next button on the left, well, this is the search where you can type in where you'd like to go, and then they'll fly to that location. Down below the search, you will see this. It's called Voyager. If you click on it, it'll give you some suggestions of places that you might like to check out. So you can come down here and just click and take a look.
Right.
This is Google Earth?
This is Google Earth, yeah. And we're going to do we'll do some street view walking in Google Maps too. We'll probably be going back and forth. Google Earth is very intensive on your laptop. And if it starts not being able to focus in very well, then I'll usually just go to Maps and look up the thing on that side. Google Earth is good to get the 3D view of something.
Look at this. Yeah.
The next thing here, this is called I'm Feeling Lucky. Well, if you click on this, it's just going to take you somewhere, which can be fun. Okay, this is taking us to a Middletown. Look at that, a neighborhood in San Diego. How random is that? Usually it's a mountaintop, but I don't know. See, here we are. There's Middletown, San Diego. It's bordered by Mission Hills to the north. Actually, looks nice. It's right by the water. So that's what happens when you do the I'm Feeling Lucky. It just takes you somewhere. You don't know where you're going to be. The next button below the I'm Feeling Lucky. This is your projects button. You can create projects. Let's say you are going to plan a European vacation. You could create a project called Europe, and then you could save parts of maps, locations to that project, so you can go back to it. The next level below that, this is your map info. You can put down what you would like to see when you're doing Google Earth. You could do clean. There would be nothing. No borders, no labels, no places, roads. It's going to be a very simple map. You could add some more places. I like to do everything so I can see. You can see what happened on my map here too. Like if I do clean, you don't really see much here. And then I add in borders, labels, places, and roads. And now I see a few more roads coming in. You see the freeway. And then when I put everything, now it's going to show locations. It's going to, lets you know of popular landmarks, that type of thing. And then the last button, this is where you can measure distance from one location to another. If you're curious, it can be tricky if you're in a mountain area or something like that. It's hard to tell how big the area is, so you could do a quick measure. All right. Any questions about these? Excuse me. My asthma has been really jacked up the past couple of days because of the pollen and everything in the air. Anyone have any questions? Okay. All right. One thing I would like to do today to start off with, because it's a nice little area to look at. I'm going to go back into the Voyager on the left side of the screen. And I'm going to click on National Parks. This is kind of fun because there's 31 parks where you can hike virtually. So you can come in here, you can select the park you want. Anyone have a favorite park or anything you'd like to just see today? We've got several choices here. Oh, Denali.
Yellowstone, please.
Yellowstone, sure. Yellowstone's great. Has anyone been to Yellowstone?
Yes.
Oh, my Lord. All the stuff that's smoking and blowing everywhere. It's very active.
10 years ago. What's the park in South Dakota?
Is it Badlands?
Badlands. Yeah,
Yeah.
Badlands is in South Dakota.
Yeah, that has all the,
So here we have, this is in Yellowstone. So they're showing us the Norris Geyser Basin. You can move I'm taking my mouse and I'm just clicking on the left button and I'm just kind of looking around this area because I can walk. You see these arrows? When you see arrows like that, that means you can walk around. This is very active. Look at all this going on here. Boy, can you just smell that sulfur? If anyone's been there, you know what I'm talking about. Very strong sulfur smell. So I can, if I want to go up here, it's just click on these arrows and move forward. Kind of tells you the direction to go. And you can move around. I'm going to click on this arrow. I'll stay on the path here. And then you can just kind of take a little walk around the area here. It's telling me to go right, so I guess they want me to go this way. They want me to go down this path. Yeah, in Yellowstone, you have to stay on the paths because you never know if the ground under you might give out. So they keep you on the paths there. But you can come. It's a beautiful area. And they have, this is one of 13. If you look in the lower right-hand corner, if our pictures are in the way, you might have to make them minimize or make them smaller. So now I can click to the next area in Yellow. This is still going to be in Yellowstone. They're going to take us to all the hot, literally the hot spots in Yellowstone. Now this is the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. I don't think I've ever seen this. Looks like they have rapids. This is the valley. So if I click this blue button on the right, it's going to navigate me into that valley. It should go in there, hopefully.
Isn't that the Snake River?
I think so, yeah.
River.
Yeah, so this is it here. You can kind of see if it may or may not come through, but you can see it here in the picture. I'm going to open this picture up so you can see what it looks like. I think the Snake River too is a big rafting river. Isn't that a 4 or 5 in some parts. It looks pretty rough to go in here. So you get kind of a big shot of what looks like it's beautiful. So that's the canyon there. Let's see another spot. It's a very big park too. I ran into one of those fellas. I had one come right up to the driver's door. It scared me. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid he was just going to ram us. So this is the Hayden Valley. And you can just take your mouse and look around. You can zoom in too with your mouse, with your roller bar. You can zoom in, take a look. Zoom out by backing out with your mouse. Look around. And there is a road here. Now, this one doesn't give me the Google arrows because if I look in the lower left-hand corner, this was a picture someone took. You have the name Lawrence. It's very pretty out there. Let's see another spot. There we are. I was hoping, I said, where's Old Faithful? All right, now this is Old Faithful. This is the visitor center. Faithful should just be out. I think it's a little ways from that. Let's see if the next one will be Old Faithful. I would hope. Yeah, there we go. Old Faithful, by the way, has a webcam. You can, if you can catch it going off, you can, here's a shot of it going off. It goes off every 30 minutes, something like that. Let's see what that looks like. So this is fun to go explore some of these, what was it, Badlands? Was that what someone else wanted to try out?
If convenient, could you show the first couple of slides, please?
You mean of the national park?
At the beginning, I came in late. I'm sorry. Only
Oh, there, yeah. Did I do my slides? That's a good question.
Well, you have.
Yeah, I think that we would just talked about Google Earth, and there's really no slides.
Will you show the
It's
pictures
just,
of all the
exploring.
all the parks in the world?
No.
Okay. So let me go back over here. Get out of here. It is a little intensive on your laptop, so sometimes you'll have to wait. Of course, you won't be sitting at home with, 25 other people on your computer too. So it does help out in that respect. So let's see if we can get back out to there we go. Just want to get out. So you can come down here and you can click on any of these things to check out the different features that they have. Another app to try out is Google Arts and Culture. If anyone's ever looked up this app, it's in your Google folder when you go to the waffle, when you're in Chrome on the right-hand corner of the screen where it says Google Apps. You can click on here, and you have to scroll down almost to the bottom to find it. It's called Google Arts and Culture, and they will have all types of features. You can see museums. We use this a lot of times for museums, but you can go to famous places with this. For instance, you can explore over 10,000 amazing places. So if I click on this is going to take you. You can select where you want to go in the world here. So if you want it to go, oh, let's try Turkey. Let's see what they have over here. Let's give you some information about Turkey. And then you'll have the opportunity, hopefully, to, oh, they're just showing the museums. Sorry about that. I thought they were going to bring me to some landmarks.
Is there a date on when they took those travel pictures?
Oh, when they take them, yes. Let's go to Google Maps real quick. Let's check out maps. I'll show you what they do there. If you go in, how about a location? Where would someone like to go on Google Maps?
Singapore.
Singapore. Okay, so when you're looking at a place like this in maps, of course, you can scroll in. You can swap, and this is true on Google Earth also. Well, in maps here, you can go to satellite. Right here, I have a satellite button, so I can click on this, and that will switch it to the satellite map. I can scroll in with my mouse into, let's just come right into the city here. As you're scrolling in, I can hit 3D. They have a 3D feature. This is why I think Google Earth and Google Maps might be one app at some point, because this showed up in the past month. There's now a 3D feature in Maps.
What does it say? I was wondering if, we say Orchard Street. What I'm trying to do is to do this occasion when I have time, so I can compare it to see how it is now compared to when to see if there's been any change since I was there.
Can you put in chat the name of the place you specifically want to look at?
Oh,
type it in chat.
Okay.
Could you do me a favor, please? Can you go back to Waffle and show how you got to type in Singapore?
Yes, I just typed it in under the search box.
No, so back on the Waffle, and what did you select when you were in the Waffle?
Oh, over there, I was looking up Google Arts and Culture, because that's another one where you can look at stuff all over the world.
It just says Arts and Culture, or
yeah, it just says Arts and Culture.
Okay,
that's a fun app. It's a rabbit hole. You might get stuck for hours if you open that thing up. Just to warn you, it's a very, very fun app. All right, so did you type in your address that you're looking for?
Just Orchard Street. I don't have it's the main street over there.
Oh, Orchard Street. Okay, so they don't have a. Okay.
It's probably their main thing with all the big hotels.
Orchard Road.
Oh, Orchard Road.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is Orchard Road. Looks like it's right around here. Right here's the road. So what I can do is there's the little Google person, which is that yellow person, is down here at the lower right-hand corner. If you click on that, it will show you in blue all the roads that Google has driven down. So you know, and it's the same when you're in Google Earth. You will see the little yellow person. You click on that yellow person and you're going to see these lines. When you're in Google Earth and you do this, once you click on the lines, you're really moving over to Google Maps, because Google Earth does the satellite part, and then Maps is the part where, you know, these lines, this is where they physically drove down the road with a car. So there is there's a connection between the two apps. So I'm just going to go click. Do you have a cross street?
No.
All right. I'm just going to click down here and see what's here. Just double click on the line and it should bring you to the street view. It's going to take it a second to, oh boy, where did we end up here? There we go. Let me head out to the street. There we go.
Yeah, it's a long one. What I'm looking for is, I was thinking of going to some of this occasionally and see if there's been any change from, so I'm looking for like a date of when they took this.
Yeah, what you can do, as long as it says Google, because sometimes, you're able to upload your own photos to Google. And if they like your photo, they put it on the map. So this one says Google. If it says it's someone's name, then that's a photo they've contributed to. But since this is Google, we see a street view here on the left side of upper left-hand corner of the screen. If I click on street view, that's going to show me the history of when Google has driven down this street. So
for February 20.
So right, yeah. So here you've got 2000. This is the one we're looking at. Then the last time they went, August 2019. So you can see what it looked like in 2019. Not too much.
Great. That's what I like.
So any place in the world, you can see this at someone's house, anything. You can look it up. Now, see, they took out some trees. They had some nice trees here in 2016. They took them out. And then the first time they ever went down the street was in 2013. Oh, wow. They had look at that. They had a lot of trees there. They put in that wall. I guess they're building. So you can kind of see how things change over time. So that's interesting. So from 2013, you had looks like a park or something was here, right? And then 2020, park is gone. So that's how you can see the time lapse on the photos. It's kind of nice that you can see the history of an area.
They have something called Sky Tower. That will be very interesting because they have put up those residential towers way up, like several hundred feet
Yeah,
up.
look, I'm on top of a tower right now. It looks like.
I don't know what they're called. Sky towers. They're like condos, but they're way up on the park.
And the thing you can do too with there's all the. Oops, now I'm in a lobby. Okay. This happens too. Sometimes if you pop back down, you don't know where you're going to end up, but you can step out. You'll see your arrows in front of you right here. You see the arrow in front of my mouse. You just click and you can follow, and then you can just walk down the streets and explore. I mean, here we are, just taking a little stroll down in Singapore. You can do this anywhere in the world, really. As long as Google has been on the road, you can go ahead.
You're on a
and just
one-way
go
street
down.
going the wrong way.
Uh-oh. Am I? I didn't see the sign. Oh, I better turn around. Is that better?
There was a sign on the road.
Get into the crash.
Yeah, I'm going to crash. It's kind of funny because sometimes, you go down, from the sky down, and then you end up like, right next to someone. And sometimes I'm like, oh, excuse me. And it's like, why am I saying that?
Oh,
So you can just.
They drive on the other side, like Hong Kong and
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't.
Yeah. So you can, it's kind of fun. You can just go and, take a look at different, revisit places you have visited before when you've traveled, or you can just explore new places that you've never been and you're just curious, what does it look like? So you can come and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's great too for planning a trip. I always go onto Google Maps, and if any hotel I'm going to book, I always look to see what it looks like around the hotel. Do I feel like it's going to be safe there, or, just to get a feel. what's around there, or just to know where things are. Like how far is it to walk to go get coffee in the morning, or if you're gonna, if you're gonna do something, is it walkable? Can you go out and walk, or that type of thing? It's really nice to be able to see that kind of stuff when you're in these apps. I think that's really beneficial.
But you can go down the street only as far as what the photographer before has taken, right?
Yes. But in cities, you will find that they have mapped so much. Sometimes you will go to a trail or something and it suddenly will end because that's where they stopped. They only go down a little ways and then they'll stop.
Thank you.
So, all righty. So that is just to show you a little bit about that. So let's go back. I'm going to head back to Google Earth. And I'm going to hit I'm feeling lucky just to reset a little bit out of the national park. Oh, we're going to a commune in Italy. Have you been here before, Chris? Pico? It's a town and commune
No.
in the Lazio region. Now, if you want to, for instance, we talked about doing projects. If you say, oh, I'm interested in this is where you could add it, in the informational section they give you. You can add it to a project if you want it to. So if you create a project, you say you're going to Europe or something like that, you could just say, oh, I like that. I'm going to add this to the project. And then it will get marked under the projects that you have. And Chris, for your classes, you can do that. Mark it so you can you can quickly go to it.
Now, what are the red lines? Is that like a border of the area?
Oh yeah, what is that? That's a good question. Why are they red? They do seem kind of red. No? Oh, you know what? I think they're borders. Yes. Yeah, that's some kind of border. Oh no, this is the outline of the city or the commune, the area that we're looking at. That's what that would be. So it's all within this area. And they also tell you at the bottom, you'll see people also explore. If you click on that, it's going to show you other areas that you can go once you're done with that one. So you can start in one place and just kind of wander through the region. If you're not too sure too where to go, like you come here and you're like, I have no idea where to go here. And it's good I like to kind of scan out a little bit just to see where I am, get my bearings. So this is the Pico. We can take a look at this. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let me go back to Pico. There we go. So this is the Pico. So I'm going to hit that navigation button, the blue navigation button, and see if it should go in. It's not going in. Okay. Oh, there it goes. I have to double click it a little bit. Come on. All right. We'll just scroll in and see what this looks like. Here, I'm scrolling with my mouse. See what this is. This is a little, oh man, it's a commune, right? That's what they said. It's not going to be much in here. Let's see if Google Maps is even driven down the road. So at this point, I'm going to look in the lower right-hand corner of my screen and talk about these controls on the right-hand corner. If you hit the globe, the big Earth globe, it's going to pull out. And if you don't click right away, that's the way you pull out on the, if you have zoomed in, you can click on the globe, but immediately click again. Otherwise, it goes all the way back out to the blue globe. So if you just want to pull out a little bit, but not entirely leave where you are on the map, you're going to have to click and then click again. So it doesn't go all the way out. You have your compass here, compass button to orient yourself north if you want to. The 3D button, if you click on that, that makes it 3D. So you can kind of see the area. Oh, they're right on the side of a hill. So it gives you a different perspective when you put in the 3D. Then you've got the little the Google person. If I click on that, it's going to show me the roads that are the blue. So this road has been driven down. See, there's some houses or some buildings up here too. Well, I'm going to go just over here. So I'm going to take this person and just drop them onto the road where you want to go. And then it should bring me right in front of whatever this is here. I'll give it a second to, there we go. Is that tarp? Okay. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Looks like a building with tarp on it. Okay, now I'm just gonna go down the road a little bit here, just to see what's going on here.
Donna, can you show me how you got zoomed in like that again, please? I'm missing something.
No
You
problem.
clicked
Yeah,
the
on
little
my,
man or-
yeah, on your mouse, you should have a track, either a ball or a little track, some roller thing that rolls, so you can zoom in and out with your mouse. So now remember, they said this is a commune, so I would imagine a lot of people live there in that building, probably in these houses. Doesn't look like it's an established real city or
Right.
anything like that.
Okay, because I'm going to be searching a rural area, and I think it is on Google Earth, but I want to kind of zoom in and see, because there are 2 homes there.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm going to try. So I'm like, wait a minute, how she do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then if you see the arrows tell you keep going, you can just click
Okay.
and you kind of double click ahead of them, and then
Okay.
you can kind of go along the road. Like this
Thank
road
you.
turns a little bit, so I'm going to click on
Yes.
this arrow here and see if it will let me go. Kind of stop there. It might have froze up a little bit. But yeah, so that's how you do. You just kind of follow those arrows. You can zoom in and out with your mouse. And then another cool thing you can do, and that's the fly feature. So let's go to something. You know what? Let's just do the France one, and then we're gonna fly over the city, which this is kind of fun to do. So we're gonna let that kind of let it sit for a little while. We're going to jump over to maps while this is downloading. We'll give it a chance to download. All right, so like for instance, let's pick another place we'd like to check out. How about, and does anyone have a suggestion? You can go ahead and yell it out if anyone wants.
How about Dubai?
Dubai.
Yeah.
Oops. Good thing they corrected my spelling on that one. I fat fingered it.
Dubai.
All right, here's Dubai. So here's Dubai.
Okay.
When you're in Google Maps, you do see a lot of photos, for instance. And I can save this too. In Maps, if I hit save, I will have the choice. I will have the list of places I could do it under favorites, want to go, starred places, or I can make my own list. So you can do that here also.
How about Khalifa, Burj Khalifa?
And I'm going to just scroll down here. I'm going to I can look at photos if I want to. For instance, if I click on photos, it's going to show me any photos it has. Oh, wow, look at that. You can take a look at this. If you wanted just a quick little slideshow, just to see a little bit about the area you're going to, you can just come in here and take a look at the photos that they have already. That's interesting. Shopping center.
I have too many of them.
Yeah, I've heard that. They have a lot of shopping centers here, right?
That's the first one. Burj, that was the highest supposedly in the world.
So you can come in here, you can see some of the shots. Now, if we want to go down into the city, of course, I already have my my yellow Google guy is turned on already. So I can scroll in here. Look, I mean, all the streets have been mapped. You can see it. It looks like they've driven down everything.
There's the Bougie.
So you can, if you don't have a particular place you want to look at, you can just pick a street and get on it. Like if you want to look at what it looks like by the water here, maybe we can take a look there. I'm just going to let that come down here on the lower right-hand corner. I'll click on the
person.
Google person. And actually it'd be fun just to get on right on the bridge here. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of bridges here.
Maybe you want to go to the highest, supposedly highest in the world.
Oh, is it over here? Is that the highest one?
Now what they call it Burj is Burj Khalifa, Khali.
Can you go ahead and put it in chat?
Oh.
I'll just paste it in that way. So now I'm just going to zoom out again.
Good traffic one way.
That was one of many bridges. Bridges here.
Burj Khalifa.
Chris, have you been to Dubai?
Yes. Awesome.
You have.
Yes. I had lunch at the tallest building.
I think that's what we're trying to find right now is the tallest building.
Now it's Khalifa. What I just typed in.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can get to this one. Is that it? The Royal Paris?
No, it's Bouja with a B. Start B-U.
Okay, let me try pasting this back in again.
It's next to the Hilton.
Oh, it's not taking my
Yeah, somewhere there.
my paste.
We
Oh, there it
saw
is.
on the map.
Okay, I'm gonna have to type it in. Hold on. It's not taking my pasting. Come on, but
Share.
trying to get it. I'm waiting for my cursor to come in here. It's not
Okay.
letting me in.
It's on the screen now.
Oh, there it is right there. Okay, good. It moved there, but it didn't. Yeah, it's funny. I guess it didn't show it. It wasn't showing up, but it went there. Good. Thank you. All right. Okay, there's a lot going on here. So let's, I'm going to take off the blue lines for a second so we can just see the area.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's it right here. I would imagine that's this. So if I go 3D, I'm going to click on the 3D button. It's 160 stories? Oh my Lord.
Restaurants at 126.
Restaurants at 126.
Oh, yeah, this is it right here. This is this whole thing. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. It's so tall that it's really weird on the map.
Yeah, look, it's not showing.
It's so tall. It's out of proportion. You can see the high rises here, which are probably like normal high rises, right?
Right.
And then this thing is up to here. Yeah, it's completely out of proportion to the map. Yeah, so you can see it right here, how tall it is compared to one of these other high rises, which these are probably 40-story buildings, probably, right?
Yeah.
At least.
Oh, this won't work because it's her screen.
Let's see.
Look, they got words on the side.
Yeah, this is all right. So let me go ahead. Let's see if we can get on the street here. Let's get down on the ground so we can see this.
Yep. Look at,
Yep, that's right.
That's tall.
yeah,
Because I mean, these are tall buildings here. These are at least what, 30 stories probably,
Higher than that. There's one I thought
40.
right next to it.
Oh, right here. This is,
There's a Hilton, which has more. It has more than 33 stories. I forgot how many.
so that must be quite a view up there when you get to the, did anybody actually get to the very, can you get all the way up to the top, or is the observation like right below somewhere?
Yeah, it's so crowded.
Oh, was it really crowded? Yeah.
did we just have observation at the lunch?
They have a lot of palm trees.
Go to the observation deck? No. No.
Yeah, I've never seen this building up close. It's very interesting.
Your neck hurts.
My neck's hurting right now, and I'm just watching it virtually. I have a virtual neck ache from looking at this thing. All right, so let's take a look at how we're doing here in Paris. I want to show you how to do a flyover. Here's Notre Dame. So what I'm going to do here,
And this is when it's collapsed. Look at the spire is not there.
Right.
yes, you can see the spire is not there. So this is a pretty up to date.
What date is it? That's after the rebuilding, after the fire at the Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on Google Earth, so it's not going to tell me what date. But if you look this up, and you can do this, look up Notre Dame on Google Maps, and you will see that street view, and you can see the how it looked, and then after.
Because I'm seeing a lot of scaffolds, so it's before. Oh well, it's in the.
It's after the scaffolding. They're fixing it right now.
Here's the scaffold, Michael.
Okay, so what I'm going to do a flyover. You have your shift and your control keys on your keyboard.
Shift and control.
So
Okay.
for instance, I'm going to do control. I'm going to press down control, and I'm going to do my up and down arrow so you can see what happens. When I go down, it goes like that. When I go up, it's like this. And then if I go left to right, it's going to turn. Now, if I hold down my shift key, it's a little different angle. Now, when I go down, it tilts. You see that tilt?
Oh,
Or if you go do the up key, it tilts this way.
is that both
So
at once or one key at a time?
you hold it down. You hold either down the shift or the control, and then you do your arrow key. So then I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. See, this is a nice little view. Okay. I like to get it a little bit like this.
Right. This is
And
not.
then,
It gives you the perspective. It's much better. It's like those flyover travel.
yeah, you can do a perspective.
Yeah.
And
because
then at this point, I don't touch the control or the shift. And once you get the angle right, then you can just use your down, like I'm pressing down my down arrow right now. Or if I press forward, I can fly right over. You can do a little flyover of Notre Dame. You could make little videos. If you're doing a video or something, an intro to something, you could do a flyover. So we just can fly around.
Mm.
If I want to go left, we can fly left and take a look at, the beautiful city in Paris.
Wow.
Take a look, all the bridges.
Get lost.
Yeah, you'll get lost for sure.
Yeah.
But you can just kind of at your leisure. Once you have the angle set the way you like it, you can just sit here with your arrow keys and just roam around. And I have all the labels set so I can see all the famous markers. And I can just take a look.
Is this possible on iPad?
Probably you'll have to look at, you might have to do, I might have to Google. Well, actually, I think you're just going to do it with your finger, probably. I don't know. I haven't tried it on the iPad. Has anyone tried it on the iPad?
Yeah.
I'll keep. I'm not too sure what setting you would do. Of course, if you had a keyboard for your iPad, you could see that. So
Right.
there's
Thank
the
you.
right here. Here you've got the Louvre. We can take a little flyover of the Louvre. You can see there. There's the pyramid right here.
This is so helpful, but they didn't have this when we were there the first time, and it was midnight, and we didn't dare take the underground, so we walked from I think the Eiffel Tower back along the Champs-Élysées, trying to get to our hotel. It was a long walk, and it was really scary.
Yeah, it's when you're in especially a place that you're not that familiar with or something. Yeah.
I mean, walking there was fine, but then when it was midnight, we wanted to go back, and when you're down there, it's just impossible. So we just take the main road, and hopefully it will end up at the railroad station. I think that's with it.
So you can just fly around. It'll work better on your I'm on Zoom, and they're doing this live thing and everything. Your laptop will be able to render faster than mine will right now. So be aware of that.
I'm doing my iPad, and I think I have it.
Oh, what do you have to do to be able to do it on the iPad?
I downloaded Google Earth, and it's a Google Earth for iPad. And and
they might have
I have the person walking. Whatever.
Yeah, see, this is a very large city. You could also, like I've been doing my up and down arrow keys, but I could be scrolling. Well, actually, if I use my mouse, I'm going to end up scrolling out. But if you want to change any of your angles, you can always do that by scrolling in and out. I was looking for the Eiffel Tower, but I don't know. Did we go over it at all? Like, it's such a big city.
Need Street View.
Yeah, so you can come and you can take a look. And then, of course, at any time, you can, click on the little Google Earth person. And let's say you just want to head down onto a street. All you have to do in Google Earth, usually you just drag the little yellow person over to the street and drop. In Google Maps, you're just going to double click on the line. And then here we are. One of the streets in France. Of course, at this point, it's faster in Google Maps to be on the street level. This is kind of rendering right now. So anyways, you can go street level on either one. But the flyovers are fun to do when if you want to just see an overview of a city. And if you have all the labels on, you will see as you're going all the famous landmarks that there are. And another thing you can do is you'll be getting a link to an article, for instance, on stunning places you can visit. But I like to go to things like travel sites, where they do day travels. So you can look at any place in the world, like say you want to go to, Hungary. And right. you can look at the itinerary.
I was wondering, could you put the first couple of slides back on quickly, because that shows the one that has all these different countries, the globe. I missed that. I just got in.
I'll be going back to the slide in a second here.
Thank you.
So when you're looking, I'll give you a couple examples, but for instance, you can look at a site like this that has itineraries. So I can look at the itinerary, and you could just pick Like here, this one has different cities, one day in. So what you could do is, let's say you pick somewhere, right, like you've never been to Taiwan. Well, you know, you could go to one day and you can look at the tour and see where they're going. And then look these places up on Google Maps or Earth and explore the area. So it's kind of a way to have a little, you know, when you're not sure of an area of where to go, where are the, you know, the big spots to go to, you can do this by just checking out travel sites and seeing what they recommend to go to. And so you may find some museums, you can click on the roof of a lot of these museums that, and they will have possibly a virtual tour inside for you to go to. So any questions?
No.
All righty.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the first slide because that's like an overall thing to start from.
So I want to thank everyone today for joining for the class today. And get to back to my slide here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Other classes, we do have a Google Maps class for navigation. We talk about navigating with, you know, using it on your phone to get from point A to B, that type of class. If you're interested in learning more about that, we covered that there. I have a virtual tour of San Francisco. I have a great Arctic adventure, a tour of some of the famous artworks in the Vatican that you might want to check out. And there, I also do the Painted Ladies. It's about the history of the architecture, the history and the architecture of the Victorians in San Francisco. So that's another one to look for on the schedule.
Donna, I have a question. When I open my Google account, I can't find that waffle.
Oh, just go to Chrome, open up Chrome, and in the right-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see, they call it the waffle, where it's all the dots. It's 9 dots. Click on that and you'll find all the Google apps.
It's not coming up on here. I don't know why.
Oh, not coming up on your iPad? Yeah, you might want to try it. You're not on your iPad right now, are you? In the class too?
Computer, but I've got.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say that might be part of the problem. Yeah, I've never used Google Earth on iPad, so I don't know much about it.
But I can't find those waffles, those 3 dots.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, if they don't have the waffle in the right-hand corner, you probably just have to look up the app by searching for it. So you'll be getting some feedback at the end of this class. You can go ahead and fill that out, put in any class ideas that you'll be interested in having. And we do have a class on our website on how to navigate the website, find classes, and use the features in it. Marv's class, Tips and Tricks to Navigating Get Setups New Look, is a good class to take a look at for help on that. So I want to thank everyone. We're at the end of our class. I hope this was fun for you today. Just a little, romping around.
It was
We'll
great.
see.
Donna.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you
Thank
guys
you.
next time. Happy Easter, everyone. Take care.
Happy Easter. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.